on to all my Sagittarius? So let's get into it. All right. Let's get into it for my Sagittarius, right? Okay, so. All right, so this is a card here where you have or I should say, you Sagittarius have the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Chariot, the Tower, okay, that's interesting, the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Wands, okay, the Six of Wands, the Nine of Wands, okay, the High Priestess, okay, the Page of Cups, okay. So what I'm seeing here for a lot of you Sagittarians is that a lot of you Sagittarians right now are going through a very deep healing. A lot of y'all, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, y'all right now are not necessarily seeing anybody. There's not a whole lot of groups of people on these cards, and when you do have groups of people, it's more so like battling, right? Or some sort of chaos. And I'll explain why. But for you Sagittarians, these cards represent you. You're not really with anybody right now, a lot of you Sagittarians. You're really single, taking your time, relaxing, figuring out this relationship thing, what this means in context for you, and how this can benefit you Sagittarians, right? Taking that time as it is that I suggested. Take 30 days off, at least a month, for you to understand what keeps happening to you in relationships. And then you have the Chariot. Oh, I will say this though, because I just realized this too, or heard it or whatever, heard myself say it, I guess. But the Ace of Cups, yeah, the Ace of Cups is about, there's some things about you that's popped up as far as what it is that you need, because you started to, you Sagittarians have started to be direct with what it is that a lot of you want. And what some of the things that a lot of you Sagittarians want is, a lot of you Sagittarians do want a relationship, but there's a problem with the love aspect of Sagittarius. I'm not going to say what in this video specifically, but the Chariot is about, maybe I'll explain that later on. Maybe, maybe not. I got to get a whole lot of views on this video, though, for me to explain it. But you have the Chariot, right? And the Chariot is about not moving forward in relationships. I know a lot of people tend to look at the Chariot and they say that the Chariot is about moving forward. No, it's not. It's about stagnation. It's about staying in one place and slowing down and stopping for a minute, not forever, but stopping to understand what's wrong with the situation. As you can see, these two dragons here are looking at each other because they are both examining each other and understanding the situation before they decide to take action. This is natural. This is something that everyone should do if they want to start making the best decisions, or the best decisions that they can possibly can make for themselves. Constantly making decisions over and over and over and over again without a single moment's rest can prove to be detrimental. So a lot of you Sagittarians have decided to, like I said, slow down and really pay attention to your love life and what the freak is going on. What exactly is going on here? And then the thing is that the Tower represents understanding that there is a need to do something differently, much differently, and that realizing how much different your next approach, or your new approach approach is when it comes to love, has to be. And that, you know, you're not gonna automatically think of love as being a disappointment, because a lot of Sagittarians think of our love as a disappointment, even though anyway, I'm not going to get too deep into that. And sometimes the Sagittarians do end up picking very quickly. They have this burst of fire. They go into a relationship And then now it ends up being lame because you and this person don't really have a whole lot in common, and you're not being able to bond anything other than just a pure physical level. And that's the thing that ends up getting the Sagittarius wanting to take more and more breaks away from the person, and they just stop talking to them altogether. Then the things that the Nine of Swords is about understanding that, your own responsibility in your own lack of contentment, right? So a lot of you Sagittarius are having breakthroughs, because a lot of serious breakthroughs, because a lot of you Sagittarius are starting to realize, like, not everything that these people who I don't necessarily get along with, not all the blame is on them. I'm partially doing it to myself. I have to take the blame also for it, because why am I going after these people only based upon physical attraction and not really taking the time to get to know them? So a lot of you Sagittarians are starting to figure out, by asking yourselves what it is that you need. And I'll go ahead and I'll give the Sagittarius a big hint. A lot of you Sagittarius needs to just really slow down, because a lot of the times the Sagittarius mind is all over the place. And that's the problem. That can really be a hindrance to you. But let's continue. Then you have the Seven of Wands. Then you have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Okay? Right? So the Seven of Wands is that the Seven of Wands represent you either need to go into the relationship the correct way, or it pretty much leads to destruction, right? Because 7 is a very lucky number, but seven can also be a very destructive number as well. So for you to have the Seven of Wands, it represents you need to learn to also control your fire. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so you have to control your enthusiasm and stop picking people solely based upon only physical attraction on one thing. Take your time to see if these people actually have versatility. Sagittarius is supposed to be a mutable, versatile sign. So you want to check to see if the person has versatility. Also, too, I have to say this, right? I have to say this. Don't treat them like they are a fan. A lot of the time, Sagittarius, can be in a position where you may treat the person like a fan. I'll tell you this right now. If you treat them like a fan and you're the celebrity up on a stage, this is what hinders Sagittarius from really making that connection, or at the very least, being able to see what the future would look like if they pick this particular partner. So, because Sagittarius got that terribly, they got that very severely, where you'll get to know a Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius will act like, sometimes they'll act like, oh, well, you chasing after me and this, that, and the third. People don't have to chase after anybody. And this is the catch-22, right? Don't be so starstruck trying to make yourself into a celebrity. Have self-importance, but do not have so much self-importance to the point where it becomes a problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because that will be the thing that will hinder you. Or don't listen to me. It's up to you. Then the thing is that the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands represents, the Six of Wands is about, then you're going to start to see things evening out, or things become better for you. The Nine of Wands represents, but you'll also be at a position where you'll be a lot more versatile and ready to evolve, okay? Past your ways, through your ways, past your ways. You'll be able to evolve in ways where you may not have necessarily have seen or known about yourself, that you do certain things, but now you're ready to understand, and you may catch yourself thinking something or saying something, and you realize, oh, let me do it this way. Then the High Priestess represent, but some of you Sagittarius will not take heed. Some of you Sagittarius may want to continue to do it this way. Some of you Sagittarians may not even watch this video, right? And for the Sagittarians that choose not to, or they don't even come across this video or whatever, and they don't actually come over here and get the real work, what's going to happen here is that you'll be unable to see yourself. So you'll just be putting on another mask. Some of you Sagittarians would just put on another mask, just make up an excuse as to why things don't work. You can't believe. That may be the case when you have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups of itself is a card based upon the lies that we tell ourselves. So in certain readings, it can be that. But the High Priestess, and to get the Page of Cups back to back, it just furthermore proves my point. So some of you Sagittarians will get it to your credit. And some of you Sagittarians will not get it, because some of you will be blinded by your own enthusiasm and you'll choose not to listen. Okay? Okay. Don't listen. Okay, so the cards that I come up with, well, hold on. I want to pick which card I want to clarify first. So let's clarify the High Priestess. Let's clarify that. So to clarify the High Priestess, we have the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, right? So the Nine of Cups is about how you need to understand that the Nine of Cups is about you. We already, okay, how do I say this? We've already established that the High Priestess is about if you decide to put on another mask, blinding yourself, right? If you can see on the card, this is an individual that is in masquerade. So the Nine of Cups is a card of confidence. But when you clarify this with the High Priestess, right? Or I should say, when you are trying to clarify the High Priestess with this, it can represent arrogance. So it'll be you trying to hold on to, like I said, Sagittarius, the bravado, the bravado of, well, some of you, I'm not saying all. So I don't want anybody coming on here talking about, you said all, then I'm talking about you. You know, because I'm not your parent, like I said before. But the point is, the Nine of Cups is the arrogance that some of you will have to fix. Or don't fix it, but you'll continue to go through the same thing. And then the things that you have, the Seven of Swords, which is part of the arrogance is continuing to hang out with people who want you to chase after them, whatever that means. And then the Seven of Pentacles, the ones who thinks, like I said, the ones who think of that as being fruitful, who want you to chase after them because they think that's what attractive is. Okay, and then let's clarify the Page of Cups. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Devil, right? And then the Knight of Swords. Excellent three cards that I just pulled, because the Page of Pentacles this is you giving them to these types of people who give you a hard time. This is some of you Sagittarians giving them all this time, money, and attention and effort. Take it, right? Take my heart. And then the Devil and the Knight of Swords represents, the Devil is them like, yeah, I'm going to take it, but I'm going to throw it on the floor and I'm going to step on your heart and use you. And I'm gonna treat you like crap every time I get a chance. And that's the manipulation. And you Sagittarians are like, some of y'all are like, okay, all right, that's a good job. I want that. And then you have the Knight of Swords, right? And then the Knight of Swords represent them being happy to do it. And to keep you stuck for as long as you'll be stuck for. So please, Sagittarius, pay attention. So comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I would like to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Currently, I'm on 1,928 subscribers. Let's get to that 2,000 mark. So please subscribe. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading because this reading resonated with you, you can contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com, or you can contact me through my website. The link to my website, as well as my book that I have on Amazon, because I have created a book. Both of those two links will be in the description box as well as the comment section below. Peace.